Hey everyone, it's Ally and welcome back to my channel. So today, due to popular demand, we're going to be talking about a collection from the brand Emper, and we're going to be talking about the Opera collection. Now, there are three fragrances in the collection that are marketed towards women. There is Dawn, Aurora, and Dusk. There's also one for men called Nightfall. I don't have the Nightfall one, so I won't be touching on that one. But I do have the three feminine ones, and like I said, a lot of you wanted me to talk about them, so that's what we're going to be getting into today. They are three uniquely different fragrances that each are amazing in their own right. Each one is dedicated to be worn to a specific time of day, dawn being worn in the morning, Aurora afternoon, and then dusk in the evening. I think it's a really beautiful collection, and we're going to be getting into it, starting with the first one. But before we get started, if you like this content, definitely subscribe, like the video, and if you want to see more of me, you can always catch me on Instagram under Goddess on Neptune, same on Threads, and yeah, let's get into it. So the first one that I'm going to talk about, of course, is Opera Dawn. This one comes in a white bottle. The bottle looks like this. It's really beautiful. It has this sort of snow globe at the top that has the Opera Sydney House or the Sydney Opera House from Australia. It's really, really beautiful. I really like the bottle. It's really cool. It's really interesting and unique. Just to give you a little go around. This one has notes of strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, sour cherry, black currant, mandarin orange, lemon, violet, jasmine, musk, vanilla, cashmere, woody notes. You've got oak moss, amber, and patchouli. And you guys, this is a gorgeous fragrance. This is very invigorating and very morning-like. This is a gorgeous fragrance to really start your day. The sprayer on these, by the way, is amazing. I love the sprayer on these bottles. It's a really fine mist, and this fragrance, you guys, is so beautiful. Like, out of the three in this collection, this one was surprisingly my favorite one. I thought it would probably be my least favorite one because I was expecting something very like juvenile, maybe a little clean, kind of boring. But no, this is gorgeous. You get that blast of berries. I primarily get that strawberry note. It's very delicate and very beautiful. Very feminine. It's so, so beautiful. And you definitely get that blast of sour cherry. I wouldn't say that this is very cherry forward, but it definitely has a tart sort of effect. So it's a little sour, but in a very refined, beautiful, classic way. This is very beautiful, bright. It's effervescent. It's sweet, but not overtly sweet. It just has this very beautiful, like lingering sweetness in the air. It's got so many bright, beautiful notes that really give it some complexity, which was kind of unexpected for this fragrance. It's a little complex without being overtly complex. It's a very berry forward, very refreshing. It's got this sort of cooling effect, which is really, really beautiful. But as it settles down, you start getting this like implosion of like beautiful jasmine. It's so clean and delicate and pretty. And dare I say, this would make an amazing, aside from being like an amazing, like invigorating fragrance for morning time, this would make a beautiful wedding time fragrance. Like I could see this being a gorgeous wedding fragrance because it's just so gorgeous and so captivating and so delicate and sweet. And surprisingly enough, for such a beautiful, delicate fragrance, this is pretty long lasting. I find that on me and on my skin, this lasts a good 7 or so hours, a lot longer on clothes. In heat though, I've noticed that this really amps up. You really smell it in heat and it projects so beautifully to those around you. Delicate, floral, juicy, very strawberry forward. If you want a strawberry floral vanilla fragrance that has this crisp, cool, clean feeling about it, this is a gorgeous option. It's so beautiful, so well done, so refined. I don't have anything like this one in my collection. It gives me such a wedding vibes. It's not even funny. Like if you've been looking for a wedding scent, definitely look into this one. I think you would be pleasantly surprised with this one. It smells a lot more expensive than what I paid for. I paid $32.60 for this one. And this smells so beautiful and so expensive. And honestly, like, I'm really happy to have this one in my collection. That opening is just so beautiful. The opening is like tart and crisp and really cool feeling. And then you start getting that strawberry. Oh my gosh, the strawberry and the raspberry play so beautifully together. And then the floral explosion happens and it's just like wham bam in your face. The deep dry down of this is very cozy. It's a very beautiful, clean, bright, almost lemony vanilla. Really gorgeous. I highly suggest checking this one out, you guys. This is a 10 out of 10 in my book. I think this scent is perfection. A great way to start your day. Very invigorating and bright and beautiful. And also an amazing wedding time fragrance. So if you've been looking for something for wedding season coming up, look into this. Especially if you're looking for something a little bit more on the affordable side that doesn't smell cheap. I think that's a really beautiful option. Now, the next one that we're going to talk about is one that is probably the most hyped of the three. I see the most people talk about this one, and this one is called Aurora, Opera Aurora. And again, it's the same style bottle. It has that sort of Sydney opera house up top, that snow globe effect. Really, really beautiful. You have notes of orchid, heliotrope, tangerine, a gourmand accord, tropical fruits, vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. And I talked a little bit about this one in my last video. This one is really, really pretty. This one is a tropical gourmand fragrance. I really like this. To me, this smells like if you took AllyKatReviews Shine, the flanker that has that pineapple note, and you mixed it with Cherryosa 62, that body spray. That's sort of what you get from this. It has a sweet, warm, gourmand base, but that heliotrope adds a slight nuttiness because heliotrope can smell kind of almondy. It's an almondy smelling floral. And it gives that sort of like toasted nut gourmand feel that you find in Cherryosa 62. And when you smell it from the cap, I've seen people be like, oh, strawberries and cream, strawberries and cream. I can see where they're going with that. You do get this sort of almost like berry-like accord just smelling it from here. But once you spray it, the tropical fruit that I am primarily getting is pineapple, a citric pineapple. It's like a pineapple upside down cake that has like toasted nuts on it that are sort of caramelized. With this slightly clean feel and a touch of floral from that orchid. It's a really beautiful summery scent. I almost get a slight coconutty feel from this too because of that sort of heliotrope gourmand note. It gives me sort of like a toasted, nutty, coconutty sort of effect. It's really, really beautiful, really interesting. I've seen a lot of people compare this to Yara. I have not tried Yara. I wouldn't doubt that it is very similar to Yara from Lattafa because that DNA seems to be really popular amongst people. This is stunning. I really like it. Again, this one lasted about 6 to 7 hours on me, pretty long time. I do find that this works best in high heat. So it is more of a summer sort of gourmand. If you've been looking for a gourmand that you can wear in summertime, that is reminiscent of Cherryosa 62 and AllyKatReviews Shine with an amped up pineapple note, then look no further. This is going to be a beautiful addition to your collection. The bottle is stunning. The scent is gorgeous. It's really, really pretty and very feminine. And like I said, it lasts around 6 to 7 hours. It leaves a really beautiful sillage, but I do notice that this one needs that sort of heat to keep it pushing forward. Really, really gorgeous. And I really like this one. I'd give this one about a 9 out of 10 or so. Just because, you know, it smells like Cherryosa 62 and AllyKatReviews Shine. So the originality isn't really there, but it's a gorgeous fragrance nonetheless. Dawn, however, 10 out of 10. I love that one and nothing in my collection smells like that one. So I'm really excited to have Dawn. And this one retails for about $31.95 and they're all 3.4 fluid ounce bottles. They're really, really good. Now the last one that I'm going to talk about is the red bottle. This one is called Opera Dusk and the bottle looks like this. Very similar to the other two. It's got that same snow globe sort of effect with the Sydney Opera House. You've got notes of coconut, orchid, rose, peony, vanilla, patchouli, jasmine, labandum, incense, tobacco leaf, and precious woods. So right off the bat, this is going to be a darker fragrance, which I was honestly kind of excited for. And you guys, this did not disappoint. This is a gorgeous, dark, tobacco forward fragrance with a little bit of earthiness. This, if I'm honest, is so amazing to douse yourself in. It's a gorgeous evening nighttime scent that is playful at the same time. I don't have something that smells quite like this, but it does bring to mind a few fragrances. So if you're familiar with what is it called? Kat Von D's Sinner, that sort of darker style patchouli scent, and oh, what's that scent called? Lady Vengeance from Juliet Has a Gun. It's in the style of that sort of fragrance, that sort of dark, slightly earthy, with a little rose, a little dirty style of fragrance. But what makes this one spectacular and unique is that coconut note mixing in with the precious woods and the tobacco leaf. It definitely has a slightly earthy backbone to the fragrance, but it's not dirty in any way. And it's very creamy and milky at the same time because of that coconut note. It's really, really beautiful. The coconut note in this comes off to me. There's this candy I used to get a long time ago in like Mexican markets. They come in little packs and they're like in these plastic tubes and they're full of like this sort of jello candy with like sugar at the ends. And there was like 3 or 4 different colors in the bag. There was a white one that was a coconut, a pink one that was strawberry, and a yellow one that was, I don't know what, maybe mango. But it reminds me of the coconut jelly candy. It has a sort of jelly coconutty vibe that I really like, that I find really playful and fun and unique in this, because it's like a darker fragrance. So it has those dark elements. It's woody. It has that tobacco that smells like sort of dried pipe tobacco. And that rose. But like I said, the standout note to my nose is the coconut. It's kind of unexpected. It almost adds this sort of dark tropical sort of feel to the fragrance, almost like if you needed a nighttime fragrance for a tropical island, this would be like what I would reach for, because it's just so playful. It's sweet, but it has that darkness. It's got depth to it. The incense isn't overtly in your face, but neither are the precious woods. They're just sort of lingering in the background, and primarily what I get is this sort of coconutty tobacco, vanillic, slightly patchouli base. Gorgeousness. It's so pretty and so well done. And honestly, this is so unique smelling because of that coconut note. Had it not been for the coconut note, I think this would be a lot more in the lines like Kat Von D Sinner and Lady Vengeance or Madam Vengeance from Juliet Has a Gun. But yeah, the coconut note in this is spectacular and I really like it. Ooh, I almost lost it. It's really, really good, you guys. If you haven't I can't even talk. If you haven't had a chance to get your nose on this collection, definitely look into them. This one retailed for about $33.50, really affordable. I picked all 3 of these up for like right under $100, and you have something for like each point of the day. Something for morning, something for the afternoon, and something for the evening. I think the collection is honestly really well done. I give them props for creativity and mostly originality. I would say Aurora isn't the most original, but it's really well done, a beautifully crafted fragrance. And honestly, I can't complain. Like, I love all 3 of them. My favorite of them being Dawn, my second favorite being Dusk, and then my last favorite being Aurora. Not that Aurora is bad, but I'm definitely gonna knock it down a couple notches for creativity. Opera and Dusk, I would almost say they're both like 10 out of 10 fragrances. They're really gorgeous and I really love them. And yeah, those are my thoughts on the 3 fragrances. Let me know if you guys have tried them out. Are you gonna try them out? I think they're definitely worth having in your collection. All 3 of them are gorgeous. And like, if you're gonna go on vacation, all you need is these 3. You have something for morning, afternoon, and night. Like, it's kind of perfect. And I love that they all have this sort of like, almost a tropical-y vibe. Really beautiful fragrances. But yeah, till next time, I hope you guys found the video informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!